court and beefing up the drums to show that we care more, to the point that we're starting to make statements against the Supreme. None of these statements will go well for any political party. Any statement that try to integrate the Supreme Court, undermine the Supreme Court ruling, challenge or threaten the Supreme Court is going to be counterproductive. This country we all have professed and confessed and admitted repeatedly that it's a country of laws, not men. At no point in time should we try to change that, because some people did it yesterday, doesn't mean we can do it today. And the reason I speak so firmly in defense of the Supreme Court's role, that's why I said at some point they were being lukewarm, and I condemned them for that. The Supreme Court, on the other hand, sat supine when the Attorney General, in their opinion, erroneously interpreted their ruling, and they kept quiet, they kept mute, and the country was going down the spiral. That's why I said they were lukewarm, and at some point, quasi political. You can't do that. If your ruling is misinterpreted, you have the obligation, not only morally but legally, to make that correction, especially at the level of the Attorney General. So yes, whatever we pass through, that. We are where we are today. And I'm grateful for the muscle, the courage to do that. Let me publicly acknowledge them and congratulate them, because they themselves were under enormous pressure, political pressure from all sides. What they decided to do was to interpret the law. And I think they did that. Because of that, they have, in my view, in my opinion, regained the respect and trust of the public in regards to the law.
While we acknowledge and respect the Supreme Court's authority as final arbiter of justice, the Unity Party Alliance expresses profound concern that the court's recent ruling, instead of resolving the impasse, has further complicated the situation. If improperly enforced,
From Monday to Friday, 9 to 11. Blaze Radio, they bring talk with the heaven. Ambassador KONAH RUFUS on the mic. For talking points, we go shine the light. Talking points for Blaze Day. 92.7 online every day. Politics, news, and truth we bring. For Liberia, we go make you sing. We talk the matter, no go hide, no go run. From Monrovia to every town, we get the one. Issues we matter, we go break them down. For the people, for the youth, for the whole town. Talking point for Blaze.
Indeed, folks, let me say good evening to you.
Every day.
Wherever you are, however you are joining us.
Yeah, we go make you sing.
Yes, we love to say welcome to the Talking Point.
Bring the fact.
It is good to be back on your radio and your television as well.
Calling, if you talk your mind.
So, folks, we love to announce to you that our online television is active now. You know, for sometimes now we've been off the online television, but we are back and actively back online. So let me say good evening to you wherever you are.
Talking point for Blaze.
It is good to be back on the show. And my name is Ambassador KONAH RUFUS. I'm gonna be taking you through tonight up to 11 p.m. tonight. So we're gonna have a lot of time for us to discuss Liberia. You know, the issue with our country, we do not really go out of the news in Liberia. We usually every day there's something we'll talk about. So wherever you are, folks, those of you watching us online, we love to say welcome. Like the man KONAH something Kun. Yeah, I know, my brother, you have not been getting us for the past months. Yeah, I think 1 month plus. But we are back, folks. We are back online.
Issues we matter, we go break them down for the people, for the youth.
So tonight edition promises to be fascinating. It is something you just cannot afford to miss.
Politics, news, and truth.
Yeah, so while we are doing that, we also want to announce to you that the cash giveaway continues tonight. Put in your transaction *79 and *9#, and tonight on the show we are going to give lots of cash. Yes, we're going to get lots of cash. So tonight we're going to have 2 segments of winners. Yeah, 2 segments. The first group of people are those people who are going to be winning 5,000 Liberian dollars. 5,000 Liberian dollars tonight on the show. So you just put in your transaction, pick up your Lone Star cell phone, you dial star 79 and star 9 hatch. You press number 2 for Liberian dollar currency. The next thing you do is you put in the number of tickets. So for the first category of winners, you those of you that will be putting in your transaction from one ticket up to 10 tickets. Definitely, if your number is selected, you are going to walk away with 5,000 Liberian dollars tonight. And those of you that are going to put in from 11 ticket above. From 11 ticket above, when your number is selected, you are going to walk out with 10,000 Liberian dollars on the show tonight. And definitely, we are going to call you and we send your money to your phone. So pick up your Lone Star cell phone. You dial star 79 and star 9 hash. You press number 2 for Liberian dollar currency if you are playing with Liberian dollars. Or if you are using United States dollars, it does star 79 and star 9 hash. You press number 1 for USD currency. The next option that will come is for you to put in the number of ticket. So remember, those of you that will put in from 1 ticket up to 10 tickets, definitely you stand a chance to walk away with 5,000 Liberian dollars. Those of you that will pass 10 tickets up to 20, 25 tickets, you stand a chance to walk away with 10,000 Liberian dollars tonight. So we're going to have two categories of winners. So keep putting in your transaction, star 79 and star 9 hash. And we are also going to be giving out we're going to be giving out rice and a dinner of alcohol, right? Rice and a dinner of alcohol. So we're gonna have lots of things given tonight on the show. So the only thing you need to do is put in your transaction, make sure your number is activated, your number is visible in the system. Don't allow anyone to bury your number. Let your number be visible in the system. Put in your transaction now. Yeah, because right now by 9:30, 9:30, I'm gonna be going to the dashboard to do the first uh set of jaws. The first set of jaw, I'm gonna be doing it by 9:30. So, and before I do that, just need a couple of players. Yeah, I'm going to see the first 25 persons putting in their transaction. The first 25 persons, let me see you putting in your transaction, any number of ticket, put it in, and make sure that you are part of our winners tonight. The first 25 persons, I'm going to go to the dashboard, and 7 persons by 9:30 going to walk away with either 5,000 or 10,000 Liberian dollars, or better stay a bag of rice and a din of or alcohol, right? A din of alcohol tonight, or even a phone. Hmm? You can win any of those things tonight on the show. So keep putting in your transaction, star 79 and star 9. Like I said, I'm looking for the first 25 persons. We'll put in any number of transaction right now. So that is that. We just thought to give you that information for you to put in your transaction. Put in your transaction. Make sure you are playing. Make sure you are playing while you're listening to the show and where we discuss in Liberia. So let's see how best we can give you some update. The Arthur Koda, he said joining you from Johnsonville, from a Johnsonville resident. Thank you, Arthur. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, from Johnsonville there. So let's see how best we can give you some update on some of those things that unfolded today. Let's see how best. So today, the issue of the Capitol building saga. So the whole issue, that whole Capitol building issue is not, have not gone silent yet. Today, former Speaker Funati Kofa and all the lawmakers and all of those people indicted are being accused for the arson attack. Definitely, they appeared in court today, and the indictment was read, and the definitely deny uh, those claims. They pleaded not guilty. They pleaded not guilty. So we're going to see now what happens. I think it is now that the entire issue of the case, the entire saga is going to begin. Yeah, now the way they have pleaded not guilty, we are watching to see what happens. Yeah, what happens next, and let's follow the entire saga because, like I always say to people, if the Capitol building was uh, burned by individuals or individual, definitely we want for those people to be brought to book. But again, if it did not happen like that, if maybe it was an easy accident, maybe if, power, something was the cause aside from human being, yeah, we would love for those people being accused for them to be left off the hook. That is what we want. So the only thing we want, we just want for justice to be served. So definitely we are following the process. Let's continue to follow the process and see what happened next. But today we saw the former speaker. He was very, very much confident that indeed the state will lost the case. That is what he said. So also the issue of the O'Hare Bridge. You know, it have been reported. It have been reported that those workers, there's some of those workers at the O'Hare Bridge in Congotown. You are aware that O'Hare Bridge is being constructed, and they are alleging uh, of being misused, right? Yeah, of labor abused. These are issues they are alleging. And today the labor minister announced an investigation. So Minister, let's read this quickly. Liberia's Labor Minister, Councillor Cooper Cran, has ordered an immediate investigation into alleged labor abuses at the Channel Road and Bridge Corporation's overhead bridges construction project in Monrovia. The move comes in direct response to a Spoon Network investigative report that uncovered claims of mistreatment and unsafe working conditions faced by Liberian craftsmen employed on the project. The Spoon Network report aired over the weekend detailed account from workers who alleged that they were denied basic protective equipment, forced to work overtime without pay, and compensated through informal cash payments without documentation. And their revelations sparked public concern and prompted swift government intervention. On Monday morning, November 17, 2025, Minister Kral led a delegation from the Ministry of Labor to the construction site. During the inspection, he observed several irregularities, including workers operating without safety boots, helmets, or gloves. Employees also voiced grievances directly to the minister, citing intimidation by supervisors and lack of transparency in wage payments. We do not receive pay slips. We are paid hand to hand without knowing how much we actually earn. We work overtime without pay, workers told the minister. In response, CRA issued immediate directives to CRBC management, provide all required safety equipment to workers, compensate employees for unpaid overtime, begin issuing pay slips for every salary payment. While acknowledging CRBC's role in Liberia's infrastructure development, CRA emphasized that compliance with the Decent Work Act is non-negotiable. You have been issued. Call us. That's when you have issues, sorry, call us. We will come. When workers have issues, they should also call us. We are here to maintain peace and protect everyone's right, he said. The Ministry of Labor has confirmed that its investigation is ongoing, with findings expected to shape future oversight of foreign contractors operating in Liberia. The case also underscores the growing influence of investigative journalism in holding powerful companies accountable and amplifying the voices of ordinary Liberian workers. So, folks, that is that. I think that's a good news. We are hoping that everything work out good for both sides, hmm? Both the company and those workers. But the allegation was grave, and we hope that the company they work in the interest of the Liberian people as well. You cannot be in Liberia, be operating in Liberia, but you have Liberians workers working with you, and you are maltreating them allegedly. I don't think it is a good thing for us as a people. So, folks, keep putting in your transaction *79 and *9#. Remember, any moment by 9:30, I'll be going to my dashboard to put in my first to do my first group of jobs. So make sure your number is visible in my system. *79 and *9#. Again, like I said, I want to see the first 25% put in their transaction. As soon as I can get that, I will go for the first job. *79 and *9. Put in any number of transaction. So let's go for this one quickly. Like I earlier said, former House Speaker Funati Kofa and several high-profile co-defendants pleaded not guilty on Monday to charges linked to alleged acts on attack on Liberia's Capitol building earlier this year. Prosecutors accused Kofa and the others of orchestrating or aiding a politically motivated fire meant to disturb legislative functions. The defendants, appearing composed as the indictment was read, rejected the allegations and pressed for a speedy trial, calling the case politically driven and lacking credible evidence. Jury the selection is set for Tuesday, November 18, ushering a closely watched and potentially precedent-setting trial. Prosecutors say they will present forensic evidence, witness testimony, and surveillance footage, while the defense argues the case is built on hearsay meant to damage reputations. Court observers say the outcome could shape both judicial accountability and the broader political climate in Liberia. So tomorrow is the 18th. Yeah, so tomorrow we are hoping to see the issue of the jury selection. Yeah, they will go there. Those liquor people will be there. They will have to every party have to be there for the selection of the jury to know what happened next for the whole case to start, and let's see what comes out of the court. Yeah, that is what we are hoping for, folks. Let me see how best I can get one more information before we go to our talking point. Let me see how best we can. But keep putting in your transaction. Remember, tonight is 50 Liberian per ticket. So that's the reason why you got to put in your ticket that will make you to be one of the winners. Yeah, you can put 5 tickets, 10 tickets, 15 tickets, 20 tickets. Make sure that you put in your transaction. Make sure you put in your transaction, right? *79 and *9#. Yeah, put in your transaction. We're looking for the 15 more transaction right now, 15 more pressings rather, 15 more pressings. Just putting in the number of transaction and we go to our dashboard for the job. Let me go quickly for this one. This one says the Coalition for Democratic Change calls on the Speaker of the House of Representatives or members of the legislature and the Liberian people to act decisively in defense of fiscal prudence and economic stability. After rigorous review of the draft fiscal year 2026 national budget, we conclude that the proposed US 1.211 billion, that's 1.211 billion envelope is excessively ambitious, built on speculative revenues and non-recurring windfalls, and exposes Liberia to serious fiscal implementation risks. We therefore demand that the budget be returned to the President of Liberia for immediate revisions, anchored on confirmed core revenues and credible financing assumptions. Key findings and analysis. 1. Fragile resources, the resource envelope, excluding US 200 million contingent revenue from accidental signature bonus and asset recovery. The estimated core domestic is US 940 million. This represents an addition of US 135 million to the fiscal year 2025 domestic revenue of US 804 million. Even though this is ambitious, given the anticipated underperformance of the fiscal year 2025 non-tax revenue by US 6 million. That US 146 million versus US 140 estimated collection. However, the US 940 million projection could still be achieved through smart and aggressive tax administration strategies. The fragility and risks to full collection of the entire draft fiscal year 2026 is merely anticipated in the contingent revenue, inclusive of the accelerator US 200 million signature bonus. Significant risks of execution of public sector investment plan. Execution of the US 281 million in PSRP projection largely depends on the realization of US 200 million from the accelerator Liberia signature bonus. Under the circumstances, uncertainty remains very high to receive funding from Accelerator, thus rendering the entire fiscal year 2026 PSRP as just colorful projects waiting to fall in execution. Secondly, most of the projected PSRP are not projected in terms of designs, procurement, and other executional modalities. So, submitting a budget that hastily allocates a one-time payment of over US 200 million to unready projects and programs is ignorance to achieving value for money for both current and future generations. Hmm. That's the CDC would go. Number three, alarming and growing wage bill without increment. That's incremental benefits to civil servants. Even though the draft fiscal year 2026 wage bill is US 329 million, the true wage cost is estimated at US 352 million, when over US 26 million in a new wage line called other compensation is added. This aggregate US 352 million wage amount represents about 37.8% of the core domestic revenue, excluding contingent revenue and external resources. Folks, if we cannot read all of this because we are pressing against time and we need to go to what the CDC, yes, that's the Congress for Democratic Change, or some may say the Coalition for Democratic Change. They are presenting their critique of the national budget. But we got to go further. Keep putting in your transaction, folks. Star 79 and star 9 hash. Yes, keep putting in your transaction. Make sure your number is visible in the system. Make sure your number is visible in the system. So continue to put in your transaction star 799 star 9 hash. Continue to do that and make sure that your number is visible in the system. If you are just joining us, folks, I'd love to say welcome to the Talking Point. Those of you watching us online on Blaze Online TV on Facebook and Blaze Online TV on YouTube, I'd love to say welcome to the Talking Point on Blaze Radio 90.7. Those of you in Radio Land, we also love to welcome you if you're just joining us for the show. Let's see how best we can transition now to our Talking Point. Yeah, let's see how best we can transition quickly to our Talking Point. And tonight, folks, we're going to talk on two issues. Yeah. We're going to talk on two issues, and it will give you the opportunity as well to have your say on those things. The first issue has to do with the recent incident that happened in real life. The evasion incident that happened in real life, where it was very, very much violent. That is what we're going to talk about. You know, that day I went red light. I was there. I saw some of those things that happened. You know, this whole issue of people respecting the code, people respecting, especially as it relates to the Supreme Court. Right? The Supreme Court is the final arbiter of justice in our country. So that means if the Supreme Court rules, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not. You just got to abide by the court ruling. If the Supreme Court rules, whether in your favor or not, that's the meaning of the final arbiter. That means, aside from the Supreme Court, you have no other area to go as it relates to the court in Liberia. No. When the Supreme Court rules, no other court can rule contrary to the Supreme Court. So this issue of the land saga, the property saga in real life, we know that two families have been having issue on the land, and they went to court. Now the court ruled that one family is the legitimate owner of the property. One family is the legitimate owner of the property. The first time, the sheriff went there on the instruction of the court to enforce the eviction order. People resisted. And the sheriff did not succeed in executing the eviction mandate. So they went back. Now, the second time, they went there. And again, what unfolded the first time, in fact, it got worse. And we started to see surveillance, right? Citizens throwing petrol bombs. I was there, I saw it. Throwing petrol bomb at court sheriff and officers of the Liberia National Police. We saw some of the sheriff, they even got hurt from the petrol bomb. And we saw citizens lighting fire. They started lighting fire even in the building. They started lighting fire even in the building. They put rubber down. They put the whole rubber on fire. The tire. They put it on fire. Chalk or stone there. So it seems that it was something that they prepared for. Now, the police went there to help the sheriff to enforce the court ruling. We saw how violent it was. And the police had to do what they did so that they will put the entire situation under control. One, the next thing, so that the issue of the Supreme Court mandate, so that it will be implemented. It will be implemented. In fact, we saw citizens who were around. They were even beating on some of those guys, and the police tried to defend them. We saw them. But now, folks, since this entire issue, we've been seeing lots of people having their say on this whole issue. In Liberia, when anything happened, people express their thought, which is good. But one of those things that have been circulating around is this particular syndrome of religious sympathy. I've seen many people who have said it is or the police wage war on the Islamic faith, because those people involved, right, they were, or majority of them are Islamic people, different Islamic faith. So many people believe, or some people believe, that it is an attack on the Islamic faith. In fact, we saw people talking about what happened to the Imam. In fact, they arrested the Imam, they put the Imam to jail and thing. Fellow Liberians, today we also listen to the chief Imam of the Republic of Liberia. Imam Ali Krai. I want us to hear from him a bit. I want us to hear from him a bit about this whole issue of what happened. Let's hear what he have to say.
It's a matter for the government and civil society. It is not Muslim affairs. It is only when it happens to a Muslim person that it was when somebody years. And I'll tell you before, those who said the love of liberty brought us here before, try will be advocated. Some of our people erroneously believe that we came from Benin yesterday. And I'll tell you before, those who said the love of liberty brought us here before they came here, the Mandingo people were here for more than 100 years. The Mandingo Muslims were here for more than 100 years. Let's set that record straight. But this notion that when something happens to Liberians, generally, other Liberians, whether it's a Bassa or a Gio or a Kra, between Liberian citizens and law enforcement is a matter for the government and civil society. It is not Muslim affairs. It is only when it happens to a Muslim person that a Muslim should not stand up. We have to change that mindset. We are Liberians. And so we say to ourselves, the issue of police brutality will be addressed separately. And it will be addressed holistically. It will not be because an imam has been touched today. People have been brutalized. When Combe Waters Sulu were mercilessly brutalized in the CDC regime. We didn't say anything. Well, yeah. And no Muslim raised their finger. That was a moral failure on our part. And it's been happening. Mohammed Madabai, last year, was killed in Banjo. I'm not saying harassed. I'm not saying brutalized. He was murdered by a police officer. He was a Muslim. Nobody chanted Takbir. Nobody said Allahu Akbar. District 17 is the largest district in terms of population in this country. The majority of the people in District 17 are Muslims. You don't hear them raising religious issues because one of their own is victimized. So this perception, this mindset, that certain people, a certain group, that they are Muslims and they are Islam, that only when it happens to them, then it happens to Islam. When it happens to others, no, it's not an Islam issue. It's a Liberian issue. When it happens to them, it's an Islam issue. That mindset has to be eradicated. And that is why we said, no, we're not just going to address this issue. The day we address police brutality, we address it holistically. And we want the government to act. So that's one issue. The second issue on this issue of police brutality. When you have your son, and you advise your son and say, the riot that is going to occur tomorrow, I don't want to see you there. And your son disobeyed you and went to the ground of the riot, and something happened to him. Then he starts saying, my father doesn't have time for me. No, he's not sincere. We advised the imam and the others involved on 2 different occasions. We took our time. Like I said, I was traveling, but I left everything and went there to ensure that the thing was peaceful. Look, allow the people to peacefully transfer the land. And they agreed. So in the first place, I want to know what the imam was doing there. Despite the advice of the national chief imam, why the imam that is supposed to be law-abiding in keeping with the teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah, that is supposed to obey his own leader first and foremost, why did he go there despite the fact that we advised them not to go there to resist? So we want to know. It's just a question. We want to know, want to find out what he was doing there. Because we can't just condemn blindly. That is the issue on that one. On the issue of anti-CDC or sentiment, etc. Julius, I don't know whether there is any religious leader in this country that helped the CDC government more than I did. I'll just give one example.
Okay, folks. That is the chief imam of the Republic of Liberia, Imam Ali Craig, responding to this whole issue of uh, waging war on the Islamic faith. you know, uh, fellow Liberians, this issue of deception in our country, it needs to stop. Like the Imam said, right? Uh, things will happen to other people. In fact, when it comes to the issue of police brutality, yeah, we discuss it. We will talk about it. We will we need to see how best we can settle it as a country for to make it as a national issue. But listen, uh, the same police have been seen beating people. But for you to hear people from the quote unquote Islamic faith, right, to come up and criticize it, it's difficult. In fact, like that, now it becomes, like he said, like the chief man said, it becomes a civil society issue, it becomes political issue. It can no more become religious. Mm-mm. But since this one is someone from the Islamic faith and he is an imam, a particular imam was involved. So we have seen people running all around. In fact, heard people talking about how people trying to bring the issue of war between Christian and Muslims. But where's the one coming from? What is happening to us as a country? What's happening to us? Why making people to be very, very much deceptive in this country? That's the issue of police brutality. If we sit here to list the time and incident in which people have been brutalized, and we look at it religiously, definitely people from especially the Christian faith, right? The Christian religion, they'll be victim. They'll be victimized, of course. But you will not hear a Christian or anybody coming to talk about, oh, it is a war on the Christian faith. No. Why people look at it? People look at it as a national issue. The civil society will come out to condemn it. No, they will not look at it as a religious issue. But I swear it happened to other people, especially especially from the Islamic faith. Then we see people try to bring the issue of religious sympathy. It is wrong. It is deception. It is deception. Therefore, you see, the Imam said, when they talk about this thing, this is the highest court in the land. The court have ruled. You got to accept it. And he accepted. They accepted. But on the contrary, they were the one throwing petrol gas or petrol bombs. They were the one. They were the one attacking officers of the Liberian National Police. Amen. They think that sometimes we just overlook our officers. The great United States, you think the U.S. police will go and to enforce an invasion and officers, let's say our citizens, attack, then they will sit and fold their hands? You think it will happen? It does not happen anywhere around the world. Of course, they will try to make sure and they put it on control. They will try to protect themselves. You know the amount of cutlasses the police seized from those people in the building there? More than 15 cutlasses. I said cutlasses. We were there. We saw what happened. We saw what happened. We saw the level of petrol bomb that was passing all in the air. The stone that was thrown down there. But when these things happen, when the police are trying to go tough sometimes to put things on the control, sometimes as officers, they got to go tough, especially when it comes to the survival of other citizens. Yeah. You know that whole environment is very populated. That whole market area is very populated. And people throwing petrol bomb, people throwing stone. You think it was safe for those people around there? Do you think and you want the police to just sit and do nothing about it? Do you think? But we'll have people to come out and bring their religious sympathy in this thing. The whole issue of Muslim Christian, we need to get rid of it. But we get some people, they just sit in some kind of corner, have that mindset that certain Liberians, they hate them. Certain Liberians hate them. Oh, but although when things happen to those other people, they do not say anything about it. They will not crack their teeth. But as soon similar thing happen to them, then they make it like it is a religious war. We should stop this thing. I know some people might not like the way I'm speaking, but we got to speak out. The same way President Buckeye and the government do wrong, we will come up and look in their faces and tell them they're wrong. That's the same way we need to look in our faces of we the citizens. When citizens go wrong, we should tell them this is wrong. The issue of a religious sympathy, we need to get rid of it. Nobody fighting Christian Muslim war in this country. Nobody doing that. There's no competition between Christian and Muslim in this country. We are all citizens. We are one people. But this thing where we just have people, when something happens, especially to people of their kind, so people they believe they get interest in, they say, oh yeah, it is a religious war. It got to stop. The higher court rule, the Supreme Court rule. Your people came to you, people from your surrounding, they came to you, tell you, say, hey, the court have ruled. You got to accept it. But you went on to go upstairs, all that building there, all rock that were there. We went there. We saw it. Consider a level of petrol burn out in the air. Stones. Attacking officers of the Liberian National Police. Those sheriffs. They were attacked. Consider the gas they took, the sheriff and police took from in that building. The gas on the whole outside. Those were gas they bought to attack officers. But someone would just sit in their corner with their narrow mind. They go on social media because they have to provide data. They go on their social media. They just say all kinds of things. And this thing need to be discouraged. We need to stop this thing. There's no Christian Muslim war in the country, and there's no competition. There's no competition. We are one people. We are one people. Oh yes, there might be religious difference, but we are one people. We are citizens. We have a common denominator, and that is Liberia. But no one here is fighting, is trying to show religious strength. And this is bad. And we need to say this thing, especially our brothers from the Islamic faith. We need to look in their face. Some of them. We need to look in their faces to tell them these things. We got some good people in the Islamic faith. We got some of them. They are very good. They think wisely. They comprehend good. But we got some people who just have the narrow mind. The issue of they just believe that there are certain group of people against them. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. We gotta discourage it. And when these people do these things, we need to come on the radio and tell them it is wrong and it should not be encouraged in our country. Yes. Oh yeah. We can discuss the police brutality, right? Yeah. Because that these are things that we've been raising. These are issues we've been talking. Sometimes we know the police go high, they go outside of their bound. But does it make it to be a religious issue? Should we start giving instances where people from the Christian faith are brutalized? Should we? And we start to name people. You think we'll leave from here? That's why I'm happy to want people. Then few people will just wake up with that kind of narrow mind. It is wrong. It is wrong, and we need to stop it. Liberia belongs to all Liberians, whether you are from the Muslim faith or you are from the Christian faith. Yeah, I really appreciate the Imam today, right? You are very straight to it. You are very straight. Saying it is an Imam. So right now it has become a Muslim war. For instance, the issue of the COVID-19 in Liberia, we saw officers entering churches. Oh, why not the church did not say, or people from the church did not say, oh, police will say war on Christian. To say, oh yeah, like Christian war coming. They enter churches. They beat people in churches because the government announced that churches should close. We saw these things. No one raised issues that say, oh yeah, like religious war. But the high court rule, sheriff went to implement, police went to enforce it. Few group of people say, no, it cannot happen because they are above the law. So they say it cannot happen. They start to misbehave, to be violent, and you expect the police to sit and fold their hands. No way. They will not happy. And someone wake up and talk about it is religious war. Religious war where? Religious war where? We need to discourage this thing. And I thought for us to talk about it today. We need to be saying these things. So that maybe we are not saying them. Sometimes we keep quiet, right? Sometimes we keep quiet. We don't want it to be like it is issue between Christian and Muslims. So sometimes we ignore it. But it's going far now. We need to keep talking about it. The same way when government officials steal, we talk about it. The same way when things go wrong in the country, we'll talk about it. That's the same way. We'll keep talking about all of these things. So I thought for us to talk about these things, and that's the first issue we are I thought for us to talk about. So we are definitely going to open the phone line. Open the phone line, you will have your say, folks. But keep putting in your transaction on the Blaze Cash giveaway. I'm going to my dashboard right now to give some cash out. Keep putting in your transaction, *79 and *9#. Yeah, keep putting in your transaction. Make sure your number is visible in my system, *79 and *9#. Continue to put in your transaction right now. So let me go and get some winners quickly before we go to our second talking point. Let me go quickly get some winners out of my system here. Okay, good. Okay, good. Congratulations to this person here. This person number begin with 80. That's 0886. 0886 last 4 digit. 8520. 8520. You just won yourself 5,000 Liberian dollars. Yeah, 5,000 Liberian dollars. I'm sending it to you right now. And the second person here, this person is 0555. Your number begin with 0555. And the last 4 digits of your number 2102. 2102. Congratulations to you. You just won yourself 5,000 as well. 5,000 Liberian dollars. Congratulations to you. And this is the third. Good congratulations to this other person here. 0880. And the last 4 digits of your number 1725. 1725. You just won yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars as well. Congratulations to you. First, keep putting in your transaction, *79 and *9#. And we want to go back to the dashboard to give out more cash, right? We had to make the number 7, but we needed like 15 persons to put in any number of transactions. We did not get them, but keep putting your transaction. If we can get like 15 more persons put in a transaction, we'll go back to the dashboard and give 5 persons either 5,000 or 10,000 Liberian, depending the number of tickets. Remember, we said Those of you putting in from 10, that's 11 ticket and above. 11 ticket and above. If your number is selected, you walk out with 10,000 Liberian dollars tonight. And those of you putting in from 1 ticket up to 10 ticket, if your number is selected, you walk out with 5,000 Liberian dollars. That's the reason why you saw the full numbers here. Three persons walk away with 5,000, and one person walk away with 10,000 Liberian. Yes, 10,000. So keep putting in your transaction. It's 50 Liberian per ticket. 50 Liberian per ticket. So make sure you put in your transaction. Let your number be in the system. Make sure it's visible for you to stand a chance to walk away with cash tonight. Star 79 and star 9. So let's get 15 persons right now putting in the number of transaction. If we can get that, then we go to our dashboard. We do the job. So Rector, let us go to the second issue. Yeah, let's go quickly to the second issue. Okay, let me put sound in this one. Yeah, let me put sound quickly. Let's listen to this one.
That's what we're here. That's the mission we have. They should be in school. We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, they should be in school. We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from it should be in school. We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not.
Okay. So that is the voice of President Joseph Boakai during the 2023 campaign period. Yeah, President Joseph Boakai, he made a promise, right, to the Liberian people. And he said when he becomes president, they will not allow children. Yeah, they made lots of promises, but they'll not allow one of those things. They'll not allow small children, school hours, to be in the street selling, to be in the street roaming around. But they'll make sure that every Liberian child will be in school. Mm, and President Boakai, I think that was one of the messages that went down in the heart of the people. And the Liberian people voted President Joseph Boakai. Eh, He won the presidency. I've gone almost 2 years now. But folks, someone said, but Ambassador, why you thought to bring this particular discussion? Fellow Liberians, we pass around in Monrovia. And when you pass to those intersections, you feel bad. That one of those areas, the police Academy Junction, the police Academy Junction. Usually, you see those disabled people with their kids, their children of school going age, school time. Those children will be in the street with their parents who are disabled. Beside that, you will see other children of school going age. They're selling biscuit, some of them selling water, some selling different things during school hours. Aside from that area, go in at the Dupo Road Junction. There, especially when the traffic light is on, right? At the Dupo Road Junction, you see similar thing. Boulevard Junction, you see similar thing. Vamuma, children of school going age, during school hours, are being they are in the street and they are selling. Some of them, you will not see anything with them. They're just there. Some of them, they're just sitting along the roadside. Nothing. They are not selling. They are doing nothing. And I think it is something that as a country, we need to look at. We need to make this as a national discussion now. From one government to another, this issue of children being in the street, street selling, being carried out by children, it is alarming. And I brought this particular clip to play it to remind President Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party government what to ask them what has gone wrong. What is the issues that we are not seeing the government living up to this promise? What is the issue? President Boakai, what is the issue that you are not living up to your promise that you made few years ago? You promised the Liberian people, Mr. President, that if you have been given the opportunity, you are going to make sure that Liberian children will leave from the street. You will make sure that Liberian children will be in school. But we are seeing our children, we are seeing young children who should be in school, who have brighter futures. Mr. President, they are in the street doing school hours. Doing school hours. What's happening? I thought to remind the government, to remind the president. Maybe President Boakai have forgotten some of these things. And we need to remind them. We need to remind him. Mr. President, does it mean that the promise made few years ago was just to get the vote? So as a result of that, you were making all of those promises? You promised the Liberian people that they are children when you are going to be given the opportunity to serve as president of the country. Children who have left the street. But Mr. President, up to now, we still seeing lots of children in the street doing school hours. And nothing has been done by the government. We are seeing no action. We see nothing. Those kids are in the street. They are selling. They have become a breadwinner for their family. And the government is doing nothing about that. Their futures are being jeopardized. It seems that no one cares. While their futures are being seen. It seems that no one cares. No one to come to their aid, Mr. President. Are you satisfied now that you already have the presidency? So you do not care, Mr. President? The promises you made. I do not want to come to the issue of the businesses. The issue of the children. That's what caught my heart. Because I've been passing around. I've been seeing those children. They cannot negotiate you. Their future are being damaged. Their futures are being damaged. The time they should be in school, they are passing, they are roaming around the streets. They are roaming around the streets. And you know what? We have government officials who pass in those areas every time. They pass there. They pass down there. Sometimes some of them, when the traffic lights stop, those kids go to them to sell. Yeah. We have people from the gender ministry, they pass down there. They pass there. They see those kids on the street, they are selling during school hours. What is the gender ministry doing? What is the government of the Republic of Liberia doing to handle this issue? A promise that the president made to the Liberian people. The promise you made, Mr. President, I want you to be reminded that you made a promise to the Liberian people that you were going to make sure that children leave the street during school hours so that they will be in school. You said the former president George Manuel, we are government. Fear the Liberian people. The children were in the street. Mr. President, today under your regime, it is happening. The same thing occurring, and nothing has been done about it. What's happening, Mr. President? When will we realize that our children have future? When? And you know, sometimes the reason some of those children are in the street, some of them, their parents cannot afford to send them to school. Because every year, the school fee must increase. Every year, school fee must increase. Every year. And what is the government doing to make sure to keep the school fee affordable for citizens, for parents? Nothing. Government is doing absolutely nothing. They're doing absolutely nothing. But these were people criticizing past administration. These were people. The current president, he criticized the past administration for these things, for children being in the street, for those kids being forgotten, being abandoned. But again, on his watch, they are abandoned. He's doing the same thing. The future of this country is being jeopardized. And we have a country we do not care. We're looking at it. Everyone, I think, has to say nothing happening. Everyone, I think, has to say nothing happening. It is scary. It is frustrating that we'll have people who they only want to ascend to power. So because they want to ascend to power, they'll make all of the promises. But when they get there, they don't care. They do not care. And what President Boaga now is doing, the government is doing right now. I know some people might will be angry with me, but hell yeah. Nothing has been done. Everyone right now clapping. Everyone feels that everything is okay, right? People feel that everything is okay now. As long as they are into power, what they wanted the power and they already have it. Nothing wrong with it. It's okay like that. Forgetting to know that you made a promise to the Liberian people. Forgetting to know that you took off when you are moving from place to place, making no promises. You were making no promises. The Liberian people, they held you by a word. They believed you. They trusted you. They believed that their children will go to school. Honor your word, Mr. President. But today, what's happening? So I thought to bring this to your mind, Mr. President. I just thought to remind you, right? To remind you some of these things. Do not forget, Mr. President, you have a role to play in the life of those children. You have a role to play. You made a promise. You told the people to give you the authority. You will definitely make sure their children But today, go on the street. Tomorrow, take your time. Go in the street. During school hours. Go here. I call the police academy. Go to Bro Junction. Go Vamuma. Uh, go. I call the place. Boulevard Junction. You see those kids? They are there. They are in the street. They're selling during school times. No one care about that. Everything's okay. So, fellow Liberians, those of you just joining us, we love to say welcome to the Talking Point on Blaze Radio 98.7 FM. Continue to put in your transaction star 79 and star 9 hash. You press number 2 for Liberian currency. Right now, I need like 10 persons. 10 persons. You just put it in the number of transaction. If you do that quickly, I will run back to my dashboard to dish out some cash. Star 79 and star 9. I mean, let's get 10 persons quickly. Put in. You can put in one ticket and no problem. 10 ticket, 5 ticket, but remember, the more ticket you put, the better your chances. Today is 50 Liberian dollars per ticket. Okay, yes, today is 50 Liberian dollars per ticket. So continue to put in your transaction star 79 and star 9 hash. You press number 2 for Liberian currency. Of course, you press number 10 for number 5, number 10, number 6 for the number of ticket. Yeah, I'm watching. I still want to see people who put in 10 tickets, yeah, or 11 tickets. Yeah, I want to see some of those people who will really, really walk away with lots of cash tonight. And trust me, tonight on the show, I have like 300,000. You people, 300,000 I get to give up here on this show tonight. 300,000 Liberian dollars. So we can get multiple winners, right? So the only thing you do is the money is here, put in your transaction, make sure your number is activated in the system for you to walk away with your own. Yeah. Say how best you can walk away with your own. So put in your transaction right now. Like I said, we need 10 persons, 10% put in any number of transaction. Then we run back to our dashboard and do the job. Star 79 and star 9. Let me get 10% put in any number of transaction quickly. Let me see the first 5 persons who put in their transaction right now. Let me see the first 5 persons who put in their transaction right now. Star 79 and star 9 hash. So folks, the issue with the phone line tonight we're not use the normal orange line. Okay, so I'm saying it again. Tonight we're not use the normal orange line. So we are gonna use an alternative orange number. So call us tonight on 0772. This is the alternative orange number only for tonight. 0772 277 532. 0772 277 532 088 7 11107 0887 11107 0772 277 532. Call us on those numbers to have a say while we are with the 10 persons. Yeah. Okay, so balance 9 persons right now to put in any number of transaction. 9 persons right now to put in any number of transaction. We get balance 9 persons, then we run to the dashboard to dish out cash. So call us on 0772 277 532 0772 277 532. The Lone Star number is 0887 11107 0887 11107. Let me take the first caller on the orange line tonight. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, what is your name, please?
This is Director Cornelius Swiss.
I did not get you.
This is Cornelius Swiss Jr.
Okay, where you joining us from?
Things here to DSI.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Look, I want to dismiss the information that is circulated that the government will not have interest in the children. Reason being is
You're breaking though. You are breaking.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead now. Okay, we got you.
You did not see the child right. Inspectors on the field as like his income. They have the child right. Inspectors on the field who are intercepting the children from the field.
Okay.
Along with the market.
When was the last time inspector went on the field?
Right now. There are inspectors who go around the red light. You see that inspectors.
Which red light?
And the child. Is the red light?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And they are they are arresting the children.
Okay.
Except maybe some of the inspectors, they want to do their own thing, arrest the children, arrest the market, and maybe send it over. But equally so, the government is concerned about the children beyond setting when they ask to be the school. For
Okay.
example, the Ministry of Education have reduced the fees, and the Ministry of Education is
I read
also
you working a fee. I read you
assisting
working a fee.
the registration fees.
Registration fees for what?
Yeah, the registration fees in the various schools,
Which school?
especially the government schools. You get what I'm saying? And even if the children do not have the registration, they do not put them out.
Daddy Capital, me I know people who call them because I know more than 20 people who go in government school. Daddy talking, I want to hear my own insight on that. Thank you, Chief.
Except where other people are doing their own thing.
I mean,
The Ministry of Education
government radio
is
anything.
trying to do its best,
Okay.
especially Minister
All right, thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Madam Chaso Jala.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me take a desk caller. Let me take a desk caller quickly. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, what is your name, please?
My name is Arthur Clark, and I joined this conversation from my Israel community resident tonight.
Okay, yeah, go ahead from Israel community.
Thank you so much. You know, the two fascinating talking point is worth anybody sitting and court because if we don't call, we have been brought to court because you analyze the thing in a way that anybody want to call. So the first issue here is the brother will just call and say government need to reduce school fees or registration fees for the children on the street to go to school. That's not an issue. That's not what keeping the children on the street. There is no mechanism that when a government say, okay, even the school government says registration fee at 1,005. But if you go to the school, it's different. No monitoring process. So it's not like the one the government is saying. But I think we need to create a strategy. We need to create more technical idea to see how best we can put the children. Because trust me, if you take all the children put in the school, the children will not eat on time. Their parents don't have it. So what programs are you bringing to keep the children in the school? Like where about we just see we'll go to school, we'll go for us, we'll go out, we are our base, and we'll keep her in the school. It's not that today. And for the next thing is the issue of the Imam, the chief Imam, Imam Krari. I must appreciate him for his skin. Indeed, he spoke like a real Muslim. You know, Muhammad was a peaceful man. Muhammad wanted peace all his life. So I think the Imam position tonight, that the Imam position is welcoming. He spoke like a rebel shadow. I think it is time to deviate from the issue of religious fight and move Liberia ahead. When something happens to one Liberian, it should be something happening to all Liberians. It should not be like because it is me or in my community, that means the next community who care not care, who don't care about them. No. But when something happens to our neighbors community, let it be like it is our situation. Let us involve. Not to sit down and criticize because one imam has been arrested. So if you claim that the imam was arrested by the police in Budola, why did you not give the advice to the imam to move in the building when the police first blows the alarm? I think the imam needed to be peaceful. But by even taking a decision by staying in the building up to the time police have to go there, invasion order, you say you're not leaving, Cherry and Louisa will just say let her move. I think he also took the law, he became violent, and the police too, they are human beings, they are people power. The same way the imam has somebody power, that's somebody imam. The police people do that people pass on them. People beat that people break people on them.
Okay.
So thank you so much for the talking point. We keep listening and keep monitoring the program.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having us. 772277532. Let me take this caller from this line. Yeah, let me take this call. On the Lone Star line. Good evening. Hello on the Lunster line.
Hello,
Yeah, what is your name, please?
the name is James Moon, right from LBS community.
Okay, go ahead, James from LBS.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so I listen to you, but before I proceed, I just want to get some little clarity. Were you saying that the chief imam condemned the action of, you know, bringing it into religious affair or what?
Yeah, he's trying to discourage the issue of the religious sympathy. When something
Oh, okay,
happen,
okay.
yeah, to one to maybe the Muslim, them they believe that it's a war in
Yeah,
the Muslim community that Christian Muslim war coming. That's why he's trying to
yeah,
discourage.
yeah, okay, okay. That's just wow. That's just the little tip I wanted. So, okay, that's what he did. Then, of course, I think he heading in the right direction. You know, this one time where the police were attacked with, by the how they call Muslim people, certain Muslim family using hard water police officers, and they said the female officers that were there took some action against the lady who had hair cover and taking no action, and she was suspended. How will you not have this thing happening when that lady was suspended unnecessarily? These are some of the things. The thing is not about religious things. Now what we are talking about, if somebody is unknown or violent person enter the box to the step, who do you depend on to call? It's the same police. If somebody enter the church to the step, who do we call? It's the police. So the police, when the police come to the church or come to some pastor house to do something and the people who are attacking the name of they are Christian or they are Muslim, that is wrong. You don't do that. So if the chief imam has come to that level of understanding and making people to know. So I think our society is becoming a safer place. And because then quickly to the issue that got to do with children being in the street selling.
Yeah.
This is one of the simple things that I can see. Yes. You passing in car or on motorbike, you see those little children passing between car when cars stop. Even
Yeah.
a car doesn't stop. You can see that in the community, the real community passing with something selling. Like a day or two ago, right near my dwelling place, I was climbing the hill. I saw a little boy. While I was going, I was carrying my son to school. While I was going, I saw him sitting down with so money. That was going to be in school. Yeah. I saw him sitting down there without fufu pants, and I saw him when I saw him there. And I said, well, but man, you already eat this thing. Don't go and sell this thing, go home one time. But he sat there, I left, I looked, I was there. You see? So these are the things that are happening in our country. You don't look for money and involve the children into it.
Yeah.
The issue of child labor should be something that we are the whole world have graduated from. Primitive lifestyle that people are living. When the whole world came to be, especially when the industrial revolution came about, people used the United Nations and other international organizations have to come against it and say, how them against that. And now people have graduated from child labor. But now you're taking children again, you are trafficking them, making them to work just for you. And when people are leaving, I saw a thing, I listened to a thing this going on. There's a girl who's supposed to be between 13 and 17, between them. I used to see her at the junction selling Grumpy. I thought that maybe the family are getting Grumpy already here. But in recent time, last week I saw she's declining in sector, that was look like somebody who is no longer clean. They are trying to engage her because for me I can speak French, little French. So she too, anytime she see me, she can be happy because I'm speaking French to her. She was able to compare me and tell me that selling she's doing, she almost like slavery. She wouldn't go and sell and bring the money and report it. Every bit of bitter cola that's in that thing
Wow.
is counted. Every bit of peanut that is there is counted.
Yeah.
So she will not report the money and she would the only thing to do is just to eat. And that is slavery. If you have somebody working, you don't pay them anything, you make them food to eat. It's no different from slavery.
Okay.
So I think the government laboratory should check somebody foreign national, sorry, Guinean national. That's the Guinea girl that you can see in the street. Let's check.
Okay.
This was somebody that started into the country.
All right.
No, very seriously.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. 0772 That's the alternative line for today. 0772 277-532. Don't call our number line. We call you will not get us. Let me take the next caller here quickly. Go Eileen. Oh my word. Go Eileen. Hello.
Good evening again.
Yeah, but you call first. You call first. So please, we get the call 2 times, please. Look, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. You call first. So let's give other people a chance on this show. When you call, we give you the time you express your thought and you give other people the chance. So tonight, folks, the alternative line, we know definitely people already used to the first line, but today that number is off. So if you call it, you will not get us. So the number to call tonight, the orange number 0772 277 532. Those of you watching us online, the number right on your screen there, 0772 277 532. That's the number to call tonight to make sure you are part of the show, right? We are talking about 2 things tonight. The first issue that has to do with this religious sympathy, where when something happened to a certain group of people, they believe that they are certain group of people against the whole religion. And I think the chief imam of the Republic of Liberia, Ali Krai, he tried to discourage that. Yeah, he tried to discourage that. He believed that it is not good for our country, which is awesome, which is good because it is something that has been happening from time immemorial. Yeah, things will happen to other people. It's nothing. People consider being nothing, especially when it comes to the whole religion thing. Most often things happen to the issue, especially people from the Christian faith. People do not take it to be one a Christian community. No. But as soon as something happens to people, especially certain people in the Muslim right, certain group of people, not every one of them, but certain group of people will just take it out to be like, oh, it is a one a Muslim. No, man, no. Especially things that you're looking at, especially when it happened in really at that time. The court ruled, the highest court in the land rule that hey, the property belongs to the next family. You say no. Then who are you? You want to prove that you are bigger than the court. You have authority more than the court, and which of course it doesn't work that way. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. So whether you agree to their ruling, you got to accept it. You got to abide by it. Now the people went to enforce. He said no. You start to throw stone. You start to throw petrol bombs. Imagine that on officers who are in uniform. 0772 folks continue to put in your transaction *79 and *9#. The right now I'm looking for let's get the next 10 persons. Yes, I'm looking for 10 persons. 10 persons putting in a number of transaction. I will run to my dashboard quickly. It's almost 10:30. Yeah, let me get 10 persons putting in a number of transaction quickly. I will run to my dashboard. Please, you that is calling, you just call. I will not take you. Yeah, don't waste your time, please. Do not waste your time to call me. I will not take you. You called, you express a thought. People who follow the show, they know. I'm sorry that our normal phone line is not on today. Yeah, our normal phone line, the station phone line is not on today, I guess. But I don't know. The same way when Achi say about experience that you pull an alternative line, but people are really, really glued to the phone line. Well, let me see. I can take the next caller quickly. Uh, hello. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm okay, Chi. What is your name?
My name is Elijah Walker, calling from Mount Bagley.
Okay, Lacho, go ahead from Mount Barclay.
Quickly to the issue of the Muslim people. Brother, there are sometimes I don't blame the Muslim people. Sometimes I blame our own government and the law enforcement. Some of them believe in bravery. Anything happen when you go there, even the wheelbarrow method, the fuller method are pushing wheelbarrow. When things happen between you and then they tell call police, the police in my pocket. The way they present themselves to the public, that how they take into it. Come on, just imagine. If Friday the Muslim people say the closing are so, they will close as so. They say they don't want to get the country. For them going against the enforcing law make article officer like police. Police people have that right to do something. There are sometimes police sometimes they can be in the wrong position.
Yeah.
But sometimes when they go for riot and then the people can something there. So they have nothing to do. When they enforce law on them again, the same citizens can go against them. They say the government is not treating that citizen fine. So where are we going? When they try to enforce the law, when the citizen is doing the wrong thing, when they try to enforce the law, the same people turn around and say the government not get feeling for the own citizen. So the children issue again. There are a lot of people go in the interior, they bring the people children inside, they say they bring them to put them in school. My brother, I'm a motorcyclist. I on the street every day and night. Sometimes we see the little children on the street, sometimes they will be selling in the corner.
Yeah.
They will be tired and they will take the market, they put it down, they start sleeping. When you ask them, like one other lady, I asked her, are you sure you living with your own man? She said, no, I live with my auntie. I said, but why you can't go home? When the market is you sleeping or you tired, are you going to school? She said, no. But the lady children going to school, she using the food China to be a very window for children or children. You see what's going on? I think the government need to do is what was happening during my early time, what they used to take the children from on the street,
Yeah.
we arrest them, get them to the station, and then keep them there. When the parents come, they deal with the parents. I think when this thing be going on, it will reduce some of these things.
Oh, okay.
What we live in now is very evil.
Yeah.
There are a lot of evil going on against children. Even living people say, living people can get missing. What about children? Like you saying that some community they go, they don't know the community.
Okay.
The two other children are saw them, are asking where you're coming from. They say, uncle, the people going, we don't know the place. I said, but where are you coming from? I got to put them on the motorbike and bring them to the quota before they even take that direction. So the best thing, let the government see how best when they see the children on the street, get them to the station until they call their parents when they can. Let the government deal with them. When it happens 1 or 2 times, they will never put the children on the street again.
Okay.
So thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me take the next caller quickly. Good evening.
Ambassador KONAH, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Joseph Tama.
Thank you so much. I'm following the first line.
Yeah,
when
it's off.
Really added wow.
Yeah.
You know, Ambassador, let me appreciate you so much for the topic. I like the way you expanded especially on our young people, especially kids.
Joseph, you are breaking it though.
Are you getting me now?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So more especially, I said I must appreciate you for the way you expanded, most especially on the issue of our school going kids who are out of classes and they are getting in the various junction. More especially the GSA, the police academy system, the secondary, and all those questions as well. You know, it's so pathetic. Sometimes when I pass by and I see that, and I look at my kids who are in school and look at other children who are not in school, it really touches me as a parent. You know, this is
Yeah.
so saddening for our country.
Okay.
Why it is true that no part of Africa, West Africa, you go, you know, from people, but on a be real, looking at our population and the resources that we have, even in Barcelona, you and I can even get on salary. If these lawmakers can reduce that salary, yeah, I can even put on salary a minimum amount of just $50 every month. They can sustain us, right? So the
Okay.
school, why is it free? So that's what we call it for on lawmakers to reduce that. But we still see then escalating the salary, escalating the budget. That is not in the interest of the people as well. So today, the president said it before doing campaign. It shouldn't be campaign talk. It should be a talk to be implemented. Why it is true that you cannot stop it completely, but you can minimize it. Like what we see some young guys do in real life. they will collect the goods from the children and take it at the depot. And at times they can forward to the city corporation as well. And I've been a little girl came crying to me once. Uncle, I want you to take me help me. I said, what happened? She started right with my food. When I went there, the guy said they have forwarded the food to the city corporation. So these are things. It's not only about arresting good or arresting the child. Always the government to create an avenue to keep the children in school. When I was in school, the things your community has to. One of the things that really used to keep me up because my school at that time was 001. To be
Okay.
real,
Okay.
Mr. Rufus.
Okay.
You understand it? So
Yeah.
what was really used to keep us in school was the bucket weed that they used to go for us.
Yeah.
To the extent, yeah, to be very serious. To the extent, at times I will take spoon, I put it in my bag, I will take plate, I put it in my bag, I will take alcohol, extra alcohol, and put it in my bag. We pass through some of those things. You understand? These are things that we used to encourage children. And, you know, at times, even if you are hungry at home, you say you go on campus because they will go out, we will eat it. But today, all these programs have been sort of
Okay.
all both private and the public schools as well. So lastly, before I jump in, let me speak on the issue that transpired in real life. Ambassador KONAH, I was present and I stood at distance and I saw the way Liberian was challenging state authority. That is wrong. That is a very wrong practice. You know, the police that you are shooting or throwing petrol bomb at is a human being, another person's father, right? So to not allow problem to be escalated part of the time in our country, we have to respect good ruling. And in our justice system to be transparent. You shouldn't go and just be someone go and pay cash, huge amount of money, and because the other person don't have, and you give that person the right. You understand it? So these
Okay.
are some of the things we are seeing in our justice systems as well.
Okay.
So our justice system in our country for the people to trust and believe. They have to get rid of the taking everything small thing. You know,
Okay.
look what you're moving on small thing. Everywhere you find more small thing, good thing be done perfectly. And
Okay.
it's wrong.
All right. Thank you.
It's very wrong.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ambassador. Thank you
Okay.
for the
Thank
time.
you. Thank you. Let me take the next caller quickly. Go Eileen.
Good evening, KONAH.
Yeah. Go Eileen. The Oracle.
So thank you for the recognition. This is the Oracle, and I serve as the National Youth Chair for Liberia Young Leaders Alliance.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
let me say thank you to Ned for the analysis. Listen to the first point that has to do with the Iman and that of the police. I think I saw it online. It was a very devastating moment in our country. Seeing what happened, it was very bad. But I want to say a big thank you to the chief imam. I think he said it all. Sometimes when things happen, it should be said with fairness. I think I even remember when that Fula woman, we said I had, I think, the soup on the police officer, and other people had to take it from the religious angle. Sometimes some of these things will not be done to cause chaos because everybody have been affected one way or the other from police brutality.
Yeah.
Be he a Christian, be he a Muslim. But I admire the stand he took because these things are not done. People from the opposition or whatsoever we all want to use it as a propaganda to go against any government that comes to power. So we must condemn police brutality at first, regardless of whoever it is against, be a Muslim, be a Christian. Once that person is a citizen like Europe, we must not how to call it consider that. But to make it too sentimental from a religious standpoint, that you want to irritate or instigate violence from the other religion against the national government, yelling on the street. So KONAH is bad. I think I listened to one of your callers who said they started arresting the children. I think I told Mera in the Mary minutes started doing it. In the Mary started passing. It's very bad that some where in kids supposed to be in school, you find them. Even if they're not in school, if they are at home, it's much better
Yeah.
than being them on the car, on the mule, It's too bad. So I don't know when the president is passing going to work, he doesn't see those children on the street daily. I know he can say, oh, when the president comes back, all the children can run away. As when they come back, then all them can come back.
On the
I don't know.
street.
Like you always already also talk about the mission of gender.
Yeah.
You can say mission of gender and children's social
Protection, yeah.
when they beat out when they say someone a man raped someone on fire, which I don't want, I let you are too much engaged into advocating for the children. When you see children popping all on the street and want to it can be too bad. Sometimes somebody can be hit by cars. So, most of the guys already reckless. Already on driver, even see people on the crosswalk. Like when I want to see you on the crosswalk looking at that, they want to take speed to start moving. You got children of school going, and even the blind ones.
Yeah.
You see the blind people go to the street with their children, they can be too sorrowful.
Yeah.
And we have a sector in government, the group of 77 that can take care of these people. So you see the blind people all in the street with the small children as all being in school. What avenue is this government trying to put into place? Mind you, we supported this government to come to power. That's why we are critical. We will not be like the people in the past who saw everything to be 100%. Even when the leader was making error and they were clapping or hailing him for his wrong step. So I think it's about 2 years. Then the president made the promise that the children will not be selling between the cars. Maybe he didn't get specific yet. Maybe I say again, maybe not the first year. Maybe not the second year. Well, be careful with that paper smart or KONAH. The message, look how we're talking in a month. I don't know how many 100 days, and the 100 days the man had our class. And after 100 days, now cars are talking about your business. Message 100 days. So maybe the message, you cannot stay on the street. He's saying the first year, he's saying the second year, maybe you have a full favor 6 years. So they're getting too much change. That paper smart, making that do something and then leave it hanging. You know, justify message, but I'm not kind of power. Maybe after 3 years from now. So thank you very much this evening for the talking point.
Okay. Thank you, Oracle. Thank you. Oracle to help myself, man. So triple that's 0772277532 0772 2775 32088711107. Folks, keep putting in your transaction *79 and *9 hash. Right now, nearly 5% putting in the number of transaction, then I run to the dashboard. Let me get 5% putting in the number of transaction quickly, then I run to the dashboard. Yes, let me get 5 persons putting in the number of transaction right now. Then I will run to my dashboard to do some jobs quickly. Yes, 7 persons will do 7 jobs quickly. A 5 person can put in the number of transaction. Remember, the more ticket you put, the better your chances. So 0772277532 0881 111 Call us this evening to have your say on the talking point on Blaze Radio 98.7 FM. Let me take this caller quickly from this angle. Go, Elaine.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Yeah, what is your name, please?
My name is Dina Caller. I'm calling from Soul Clinic.
Okay, go ahead from Soul Clinic.
My brother, I've been wishing to listen to the program about the children that are on the street, especially in the rain like my head. With the calling child on the year about 13 years old, to take arrest on the market building to Lunga office to put the person in car. Someone told two carton of chicken. Who Johnny? They said tear in my eye. It brings sorrow to me. Where are their parents? We they can't afford all their need and they tell the pony connect school. Then this shaggy camera from West Point. Now how you went to go back sack of water when you were in an accident, just taking away. Where are the children parents? Where they connect to we? Where they connect to for the children? They are the future of that people. The generation that will depend on. You can read it tomorrow morning, you see. That's the manufacturing them, but.
Yeah, we see this.
Future leader, well on your head. Who on the hair? Who carry my law? On the little or not, the $20. The only labor the law he told yesterday, he said, Sammy. I was rare. I said, what? He said, he did not give me nothing. I said, I'm going to give you $20. It hurts my heart. People using all the poor children when they for little nothing. They come have to hear. They come have to come in. It too sorry for.
Okay.
One of my children, where are their parents? Thank you very much for your topic tonight.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thanks for having us here. Yeah, it is sometimes when you see it looks sorrowful, you will see the those kids in the street. And those people who have feelings for children, sometimes if you do not have strong heart, you want to cry for those kids. Yeah, you want to cry for those kids. It is very, very much important, and that's the reason why we need to look at this whole issue now as a national issue. How can we settle this issue from the parents to the government to the community? Everyone need to work together. Parents, stop sending your children in the street. Stop that. Government, you need to provide an avenue for those children to go to school. Take them from the street. You need to, especially if you make the promise. So, folks, let me take this caller, but keep putting your transaction *79 and *9#. Okay, I lost that caller 0772 0772 uh, uh, okay, folks, continue to put in your transactions 0772 Continue to put in your call quickly. 0881 I continue to put in your call. Make sure you put in your call to be part of the show, as well as put in your transaction *79 and *9#. Yeah, we're looking for 3D mode call, 3D mode transaction. 3D mode transaction, we'll go to the dashboard and see our best we call some winners. Yes, let's see how best we can get few calls 0772 That's the alternative line for tonight. 0772 277532 0881 Call us this evening to have yourself on the talking point. Continue to put in your transaction as well. On the transaction, we're looking for 3 more transactions. 3 more that we run to the dashboard. As soon as we get 3 transaction, 3 person right now putting in the number of transaction, 3 persons putting in the number of transactions that we run to the dashboard. So it is very, very much important that we discuss these things, right? Yeah. Because the thing it is those children are the future of this country. They are. They should be in school. Their future are being jeopardized. Their future. And like what Oracle said, the issue that has to do with the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection is not only related to rape. Yeah, it is good when people rape those kids for the Ministry of Gender to come in. It is good. We appreciate that. But listen, it is not only restricted to that. It is not only restricted to that. Those children, you need to protect them because it is your responsibility as a ministry. That's why they call you the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection. You got to protect those kids. You got to. You got to create the avenue, create the programs that those children will leave the street. What is the programs for the children to leave the street? Let this administration, the Ministry of Gender, let them show us the program. What's the program? What is the program? But we'll say these things, people feel that, oh, we just want to criticize government. We want to know. We do not want to criticize the government. The only reason sometimes we criticize the government if they are not carrying on their responsibility. If they are ignoring their responsibility. It is your right. It is your responsibility, rather. It is your responsibility to protect those kids. Is it necessary right now that the Ministry of Gender, we see our best we can carry on this awareness? Carry on the awareness. Have a town hall from one community to another community, town hall meeting. Meet those communities. Tell them the effect of putting the children in the street. Let's have it right now as a community thing, not to just sit in those offices. Is it possible to do that? Yes, it is possible. Then the issue of education as a government. What is the government doing to make sure that tuition and fees in various schools will be affordable? That sometimes they will just sit and make those pronouncements. Oh, yeah, school fees should be like this. This should be like this. No evaluation, no monitoring evaluation. Everyone sitting in their offices. But they expect for things to go on normal. You are joking. If you think that you just sit in your office, you just make pronouncement, everybody obey, you are joking with that. So let me take this color. Yeah, let me take this color. Uh, okay, I lost that one. I hope you can call back quickly. Yes, also 2777532. I hope you call back. But this is important. We need to really make this as a national issue because we are jeopardizing the future of those children. We are damaging it. We are talking about as a country, we are damaging the future of those children. And we parents, we need to stop putting our children in the street because we feel that we want to make money. Listen, the children, they should not be breadwinner for you. It is your responsibility. Sometimes, oh yes, people go in the interior, they bring trouble. Some parents, even their own children, is in the street. Their own children. It is bad. It is your responsibility. The children, one thing my father used to say, right? My late father used to say, the children were in wherever they were, we went for them. You and your wife or your fiancé, you went for them. They were relaxing. They were not thinking about coming. You went for them. So when you went for them, you brought them, right? Yeah, you brought them wherever they were, maybe in heaven or wherever. You brought them. You brought them. It is your responsibility to feed them, to clothe them, to take care of them. It's not your responsibility to provide money for you. You are under the obligation to do that. But we will go take those children, give them market to go in the street. It is bad. You are not a good parent if you do that. You are a bad example of a parent. So if you're doing it, you need to stop now. You need to stop. If you are involved into that, you need to stop. Yeah, you need to stop. So, folks, let me see how best I can. Let me do few jobs quickly. Let me do a few jobs quickly to see how best I can give some cash quickly. Yeah, let me do a few jobs. Folks, continue to put in your transaction *79 and *9#. Yeah, continue to put in your transaction quickly to make sure you have that chance to walk away with cash quickly tonight on the show. Okay, so we are not taking any more calls. Yeah, we are not taking any more calls. So let me see how best I can call some of our winners. Let me see how best I can call some of our winners quickly. Okay, let me get this number quickly and call this person before we leave the radio. Yeah, but continue to put in your transaction. Continue to put in your transaction *79 and *9#. *79 and *9#. Press number 2 for Liberian currency. Of course, you put in the number of tickets you want to put. Remember, the more tickets you put, the better your chance. So let me call this person quickly. Let me call the person quickly. Let me call this person. Continue to put in your transaction, folks. *79 and *9#. Continue to put in your transaction. Make sure your number is active in the system. What's happening? That's the thing about this loan style. Let me call this person over. Folks, continue to put in your transaction *79 and *9. You press number 2 for Liberian currency. Of course, you press number 5, number 6. Okay, continue to put in your transaction right now. *79 and *9#. Continue to put in your transaction.
Yellow valued subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage area.
I never be out of coverage area. This network. Let me call it again. If the person phone. Okay, I think it's ringing now.
Hello?
Hello, Chief.
Yeah, hello?
How are you?
I'm okay though.
Okay, this is Ambassador KONAH RUFUS from Blaze Radio. Did you play the cash giveaway?
Yeah, play.
Okay, I'd love to say congratulations to you. Just won yourself 5,000 Liberian dollars on the show.
Thank God.
Yeah, so I just send your money to you. So go check it out. I will call you back to verify it shortly.
All right.
Okay, go check it out. Call you in like 10 minutes. Check it out quickly. So, folks, continue to put in your transaction while we do all the job to give other people money. I'm doing multiple jobs right now. Star 79 and star 9 hash. Continue to put in your transaction. Okay, continue to put in your transaction. Star 79 and star 9 hash. Continue to put in your transaction right now to make sure that your number is in the system. Yes, continue to put in your transaction star 79 and star 9 hash. Make sure your number is visible in the system. Let the system have access to your number for your number to be selected. Star 79. Let me call you back quickly before we get to other people. Star 79 and star 9 hash. Are you putting in your transaction right now? Let me call you back to verify that you receive the money. Yeah, I'm trying to call him quickly to see if he received the money.
Hello?
Yeah, you receive it?
I just received it. Thank God. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
God. Thank God.
How much you received?
5,000.
Okay, 5,000 Liberian dollars. Okay, congratulations to you. Go enjoy yourself, my brother.
All right. All right. Thank God. Thank God.
Okay, folks. So continue to put in your transaction star 79 and star 9 hash. Continue to put in your transaction. Make sure your number is visible in the system. Star 79 and star 9 hash. Let me see somebody who will put in like 10 transaction right now. Yes. Let me see someone who will do that quickly. Someone who will put in 5 as well. And someone who will put in 10. Let me see that person quickly to see what I can do for them. Star 79 and star 9 hash. You press number 2 for Liberian dollar currency. Okay, so folks, we love to say many thanks to everyone who called. Do join us tomorrow, right? Do join us tomorrow for the talking point. Definitely, we're gonna be here tomorrow 9 p.m. for another fascinating edition of the talking point. This show is intended for us to discuss those issues that are affecting the life of the Liberian people. So sometimes we will bring some issues, yeah, that people will not really talk about. Yeah, already she really been looking for a platform where to discuss the children issue. But sometimes we look at some of those issues, we follow those things, and we see the need to talk about it. So join us tomorrow for another edition of the Talking Point. Star 79 and star 9 folks. Continue to put in your transaction and make sure to stand a chance to walk away. So I'm doing some jobs right now. I'm just disbursing people money because of the time, because 11 o'clock I'm going to leave the radio who can call everybody. So definitely I got to just be disbursing. If I say I call everybody and give people their money. So 2232, congratulations to you. Just want 10,000. Sending your money. Many of you just see the message from reading the team in Liberia. You receive so amount. 5416, congratulations to you. 1932, congratulations to you as well. Won 5,000 Liberian dollars. And this other person here is 2220. Yes, 2220. Congratulations to you. You want 10,000 Liberian dollars. Well, continue to put in your transaction full star 79 and star 9 hash. Continue to put in your transaction and stand that chance to walk away. So love to say many thanks to you. Do join us tomorrow, folks, for another edition of the Talking Point. And tomorrow on the Talking Point, we're gonna be dishing out more cash again. Tomorrow night, we're gonna be dishing out more cash. We'd love to say many thanks to you. Join us tomorrow for another splendid edition of the Talking Point. Until tomorrow, we love to say have yourself a wonderful time from Pins here. Bye bye for now.
From Monday to Friday, 9 to 11. Blaze Radio, they bring talk with the heaven. Ambassador KONAH RUFUS on the mic. For talking points, we go shine the light. Talking point for Blaze Day. 92.7 online every day. Politics, news, and truth we bring. For Liberia, we go make you see.